Namaste friends, welcome to my program of book review. Today's title is 100 Poems of Kabir, translated by Rabindranath Tagore and assisted by Evelyn Underhill. Friends, this book was published in India by Macmillan, an imprint of Pan Macmillan Publishing India Private Limited in the year 1915. The price of this book is rupees 125. It is a slim book of around 160 pages in all. Friends, Kabir says, I have attained the unattainable and my heart is colored with the color of love. Friends, who doesn't know Kabir? A selection of his songs is here for the first time offered to English readers. Kabir is one of the most interesting personalities in the history of Indian mysticism. But before that, let me give you a brief on poet Kabir. Born in or near Benares of Mohammedan parents, probably about the year 1440, he became in early life a disciple of the celebrated Hindu ascetic Ramananda. Ramananda had brought to northern India the religious revival of Ramanuja, the great 12th-century reformer of Brahmanism, had initiated in the south. Ramananda, through whom its spirit is said to have reached Kabir, appears to have been a man of wide religious culture and full of missionary enthusiasm. Living in times when impassioned poetry and deep philosophy of the great Persian mystics such as Atar, Sadi, Jalaluddin Rumi and Hafiz were existing, a powerful influence on the religious thought of India, he dreamed of reconciling this intense and personal Mohammedan mysticism with the traditional theology of Brahmanism. Kabir's story is surrounded by contradictory legends, on none of which reliance can be placed. Some of these emanate from a Hindu source and some from a Mohammedan source, and claim him by turns as a Sufi and a Brahmin suit. His name in ways is practically a conclusive proof of he being a Muslim. In present times, one can even call him the biggest emissary of Hindu-Muslim amity. In the collection of songs translated here, one will find examples which will illustrate nearly every aspect of Kabir's thought and all the fluctuations of the mystic's emotion, the ecstasy of despair, the still beatitude, the eager self-devotion, the flashes of wide illumination, and the moments of intimate love. The book starts with a very long introduction of Kabir by Evelyn Underhill. The boy Kabir, in whom the religious passion was innate, saw in Ramananda a destined teacher, but he wasn't sure if a Hindu guru would accept a Mohammedan as a disciple. He therefore lay hidden on the steps of river Ganga, where Ramananda was accustomed to bathe, with the result that the master, while walking down to the water, stepped on his body unknowingly and exclaimed in his astonishment, Ram Ram, the very name of the deity that he worshipped. Kabir then declared that he had received the mantra of initiation from Ramananda's lips, and by virtue of which he was admitted to discipleship. And in spite of the protests of Orthodox Brahmins and Mohammedans, both equally annoyed by this contempt of theological landmarks, he persisted with his claims. Ramananda appears to have accepted him. Though Mohammedan legends speak of the famous Sufi Pir Taki of Jhansi as Kabir's master in later life, but the Hindu saint is the only human teacher to whom, in his songs, he acknowledges the indebtedness. The introduction in the book includes Kabir in the elite group of supreme mystics, among whom are Saint Augustine, Ruysbrook, and the Sufi poet Jalaluddin Rumi, who are perhaps the chief who have achieved what we may call the synthetic vision of God. After the 26-page introduction that describes the credentials of Kabir by Evelyn Underhill, the book captures some top-of-the-chart dohas, verses or quatrains that you may call, of Kabir, I would take you through a few of them. These verses in the book are written in Roman Hindi words and then translated into English. Let me recite a few dohas to you and then translate them to you in English. मोको कहाँ ढूंढ रहे बंदे, मैं तो तेरे पास में, ना मैं देवल ना मैं मस्जिद, ना काबे कैलाश में, ना मैं कौनू क्रिया कर्म में, ना ही योग वैराग में, खोजी हो तो तुरंत मिले ही पल भर के तलाश में, कहीं कबीर सुनो भाई साधु सब श्वासों की श्वास में. Now this translates into, O servant, where do you seek me? I am neither in a temple nor in a mosque. I am neither in a Kaaba nor in Kailash. Neither am I in any rites nor in ceremonies nor in yoga nor in renunciation. If thou art a true seeker, thou shalt at once see me. Thou shalt meet me in a moment of time. Kabir says, O sadhu, God is breath of all breath. And another one now. ना जाने साहिब कैसा है, ना जाने तेरा साहिब कैसा है, मुल्ला होकर बांग जो देवे, क्या तेरे साहब बहरा है, कीड़ी के पग नहीं बजे तो भी साहब सुनता है, माला फेरे तिलक लगाए लंबी जटा बढ़ाता है, अंतर तेरे कुपर कटारी यो नहीं साहब मिलता है. This translates into, I do not know what kind of God you have. The mullah cries aloud to him, and why is your Lord deaf? When even the subtle anklets that ring on the feet of an insect when it moves are heard by him, counting the beads, painting your forehead with the mark of your God, and you wear matted locks, long and showy, but a deadly weapon is in your heart, so how shall you have God? Let me narrate yet another one to you. जो खुदा मस्जिद वसत है और मुलक कहे कारा, तीरथ मूरत राम निवासी बाहर करे को घेरा, पूरब दिशा हरि के वास, पश्चिम अल्लाह का मुकाम, दिल में खोज दिल ही में खोजू, यही करीम यही राम, जेते औरत मर्द उपानी सो सब रूप तुम्हारा, कबीर है अल्लाह राम को सो गुरु पीर हमारा. If God is within the mosque, then whom does the world belong to? If Ram is within the image that you find in your pilgrimage, then who is there to know what happens without him? Hari is in the east, Allah is in the west. Look within your heart, for there you will find both Kareem and Ram. All the men and women of the world are his living forms. Kabir is the child of Allah and of Ram. He is my Guru, he is my Ram. Overall, friends, it's a niche book for people who have a poetic bent of mind. The Hindi to English translation of the book is not very good. But yes, since it's a translation, it is good for people who cannot read Hindi, as it's written in Roman Hindi with a translation. I would give the book 6 out of 10. And if you are interested in dohas or quatrains, you can go through it. A lot of you may have studied this book in your school, so you may not find it very interesting, but there again, if you want to repeat all those memories, it's a good book. And that's all I have for today. Goodbye. See you next week.